1, 2, 3. We are good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ExA Racing League, and welcome back to X2, the final step before the main class, which is X1. We've had the X1 race yesterday, which was amazing, but now we're going to go one step below to X2. But just because it is one step lower, it doesn't mean that these guys are slow. In fact, these guys are very, very, very rapid, as you will see later on in qualifying and in the race. So, X2, here we go. Round number 7 of season numero 5. And today, it is going to be the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in season, I believe it is season 5. I keep forgetting. Why am I forgetting it all the time? I have no idea. It is season 6. Big skill issue for me. Why do I keep forgetting? But anyway, season 6, round number 7, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix for X2. And before we get on with the procedures here in X2, we do need to bring in a little announcement. We've got a small announcement to make before we proceed with X2. Now, people in the Discord may have already seen this already if they're active on Discord, but for those who maybe haven't seen it yet, basically, Rolly, the league owner, has recently announced that after it was asked for a long, long time, the decision has been made to make a new platform or a Discord server for everyone to get access to the high-quality graphics that EXA have been praised for using over the past 2 years. And now they can join the server and place an order in. The prices are incredibly low, and all income will be used in this league for prize money and so on. Affiliate programs, feed graphics, and flexible orders are all an option for drivers, esports teams, and leagues, the lots. So, if you want some nice EXA or any sort of graphics for your usage, then head over to the announcements. There will be a link to the EXA graphics server. Check it out. But there we go. That is what I wanted to bring in. That there is that they have made a platform for high quality graphics that's EXA have been praised for. So join if you want some juicy graphics. But with that plug out of the way, let's get to business. And the business is X2. Azerbaijan. It is Azerbaijan. Baku. The Baku City Circuit. A street circuit, which is always quite exciting and challenging, mainly because there are walls all over the place. But Baku is particularly interesting because it seems to produce a banging race pretty much every time, but also Azerbaijan tends to also create some iconic moments, and probably the most famous corner on the Baku street circuit is the Castle Chicane, where in 2019 Charles Leclerc became a stupid man and binned it in qualifying, and literally quoting the guy, he literally said, quote, "I am stupid," in the on the radio when he binned it into the wall in Q2, I believe. It wasn't qualifying, it was in Q2. There we go. Just quick. Yeah, there we go. Right. Now, before we do move on with... Okay, the format's simple. Format is very, very simple. Short qualifying, and then a 26-lap race around the Baku City Circuit. One of the longest circuits on the calendar, coming in at around 6 kilometers long. A big part of that is the main straight, which is the highest speed part of the circuit. You'll be reaching speeds of over 340, 350 kilometers an hour, even if you got a low downforce setup, which I imagine a lot of these drivers are going to be running because it is majority straights followed by low speed corners. In fact, the first sector is comprised of mainly 90-degree left and right handers. So It's going to be interesting to see what Baku will provide us. And regards to the championship so far, X2, let's have a look-see as we have almost a full grid. We are just missing an AlphaTauri. That's all we're missing from this lineup. If someone can get into that vacant AlphaTauri seat, we'll have a full lobby, which means we will have maximum excitement for the evening. So, hopefully, all of you people have your popcorns, have your drinks beside you. I hope you're sitting in a nice comfy chair or couch or bed or wherever you want to be, because Baku in X2 should hopefully provide a absolute classic of a race, as we're going to go through what happened the last time we raced in X2. So, the last time we raced in X2 was last week, obviously. That was the Canadian Grand Prix, which saw an Alfa Romeo double podium with Katana winning the race ahead of the Ferrari of Thomas Lang, and then the Peruvian driver of Jan taking the final podium spot, making it an Alfa Romeo 1-3 and a Ferrari-powered 1-2-3, as the drivers are now readying up. The green flag has been dropped, and now we're about to head into short qualifying for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in X2. 19 out of 20 drivers. That AlphaTauri driver seat is still up for grabs. Maybe someone will join mid-qualifying. That does tend to happen sometimes, but let's see. But we're going to have 19 drivers in at least, so excitement should be high. As yes, it was Nathan, a.k.a. Katana, who would win the race ahead of Thomas Lang and Jan, with the Ferrari in second place, setting the fastest lap of the race. Driver of the day would be voted the Alfa Romeo of Jan, who finished third, and then the commentator for that race. And this week is yours truly, Emilio. Now, at the fast lap of the race was a 117.6 because it was in rainy conditions. Yes, there was rain in Canada that day, so it was exciting. But let's see what the conditions will provide us here in Baku, because I don't think we've ever had a rainy race in Baku at all. We've had races in 2016, well, in IRL I'm talking. We had 2016, 17, 18, 19. 20 was canned because of Corona. Then 21, 22, 23. And all of them were dry conditions. So we've never had, in IRL, we've never had a wet race in Baku. So there's a little fun fact for you there. And another fun fact about Azerbaijan is that up until 2023, each edition of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix featured a different winner. So only in 2023, so the first race in Baku, IRL, was held in 2016. And only in 2023, we saw a driver winning in Baku for the second time. So the winners in Baku and IRL are as follows. 2016 would be Nico Rosberg. He would win the inaugural Azerbaijan Grand Prix. No, it was called the European Grand Prix for that year. From 2017 onwards, it would be called the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. In 2017, it would be Daniel Ricciardo who would win the race. 2018 would be taken by Lewis Hamilton. It would have been Valtteri Bottas, but he had a tyre failure towards the end of that race. So Hamilton would win 2018. Bottas would get redemption now, as he would win the 2019 Azerbaijan Grand Prix. 2020, as I said, was Cannes. 2021 was won by Sergio Perez. Then 2022 was won by Max Verstappen. And then in 2023, we got our first repeat winner, Baku, being, of course, Verstappen. So there are some fun facts of Baku there, that up until 2023, each race featured a different winner. So only until 2023, up until 2023, no man won twice in Baku. So that's a fact for you there. You can now see that Pool Driver is the first to venture out to the Baku circuit, and this is the famous part of Baku, the most famous part, that castle chicane. That is really going to make or break your lap. I mean, a lot of parts on this segment are going to make or break, but that castle section in particular is going to be a make or break for your race. As we are now slowly watching Pool Driver 46 in the Alpine, rounding the final corners of Baku. Let's see what he can do. Let's try to board with the Alpine driver for a lap around Baku, as he doesn't seem to get the best exits, well, from the looks of it, but he'll go for a lap anyway. Let's watch for him as he'll go down the long main straight. DRS hoping, I think the missus will be pleased with this length of a straight as he crosses the start finish line. At turn number 1, he'll brake around the 100 ball down to third gear, close to the wall. There's a car on the left that's going slow to let the Alpine pass. There we go, braking before the 50-meter ball for turn number 2. DRS open once again, 2 DRS zones in the Baku city circuits. He'll be reaching around 200 miles an hour here as he brakes just after the 100 ball, close to the wall on the inside, taps the wall on the outside there at the exit, down to third gear for turn number 4. And now he'll navigate turns 5 and 6. The Red Bull there getting out of the way very, very nicely. Very predictable, not impeding the Alpine, not risking him picking up a penalty. Now up the gears once again as he brakes hard here for this right hand, and now for the castle section. Is he going to do a Charlotte Clerk? No, he doesn't. He does it cleanly, close to the walls. You got to get as close as you can to the walls. You got to make the gap between the tire or the car and the wall as small as possible. Although saying small gap or small length won't please the missus. But in this case, regarding pushing the limits of street circuits, small length gaps are important, as the Alpine will now round the final couple of corners. The corner that he exited, which was the end of sector 2, was the final corner he needed to brake. The remaining final corners are easy to flatten in these modern F1 cars. DRS open as he'll reach just over 330 kilometers an hour as he crosses the line, and he'll set our first benchmark. It is a 140.9, and imagine that will be bettered by the Red Bull, I think, of Jordan. That's he's gonna just cross the line. I think it's an Aston about to start a lap. Iki Robo is about to finish up. I'd imagine he'll probably beat Pool Driver. And there we go. I am correct. He beats it by a quarter of a second, or 40.65. And Thomas Lang betters that even better with a 39.9. And Theodore goes even faster. And Timmy goes even faster than that. So times are just getting faster and faster now. So that flap that we just saw is probably someone who is either inexperienced at Baku, inexperienced at driving, or just, you know, a rookie. Whereas the big guns like Thomas Lang and Timmy have now set lap times, and they have set lap times we should expect. So in this case, we're expecting the top times to be into the 39s and maybe even to the 38s. Let's see. As thank you very much, Sitik, for the cheeky plug. Go follow me on TikTok, and in my TikTok bio there are also links to my other social media profiles: IG, Instagram that I recently opened, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch as well. So check me out there. A lot of traffic here in Sector 2. Quite a lot of traffic. I think there's a car behind this Alpine who's on a lap. Yes, that is an AlphaTauri of the... I think that's Karen on a lap. Yes, it is Karen Wine on a lap. Oh my. Did you see how close he was to the wall? The gap between the car and the wall there was very short in length, or in other words, too short to please the missus. As he touches the wall there, actually grazing it, not grazing it, but yeah, touching the wall a little bit. Running the number 47, the number that Mick Schumacher used in his 2 short years in Formula 1. Hopefully those aren't the only 2 years he has in Formula 1. I do hope that Mickey Boy will return to Formula 1, because I do like the guy and I do want to see him do well. Hopefully he does well in his WEC Hypercar campaign with Alpine. The only place where Alpine seem to do better than Formula 1, as Kawai puts his AlphaTauri into P11 for the time being. Let's see if anybody else is on the lap. Pablo was on the lap, but backs off. Fresh is on the lap. Tixie invalidates his, but I think he'll go again. Fresh is on the lap, so He will be the next to set a time on the board. Vigo has set his lap time on the mediums. ExA set his lap time on the hards. I'm guessing those guys are just, warming up, trying to build confidence, which is something that I've actually learned. Because I was commentating a league race last week on Sunday with another fellow commentator, and in that one, it was a full qualifying format where, Q1, Q2, Q3 like we have in IRL F1, and in that one, in Q1 especially, a lot of drivers, now this is dry conditions, remember, this is in dry conditions. In dry conditions in Q1, a lot of drivers tend to do their first laps on intermediate tires or just slower tires compared to like softs or mediums, for example. And I've always wondered why they always do that. Why do they always go out on intermediates first to sort of do laps before they go for a full push qualifying lap on the softs? And my co-commentator for that race actually explained that to me. Initially I thought that, okay, maybe they're going around to test their setup. And my co-commentator told me that is one part of the reason why they do it. But also another reason why they did it is because setting a lap time on intermediate tires is obviously gonna be slow. It's a given. Intermediates on a dry track is obviously gonna be slower than intermediates on a dry track. Okay. I don't know what I was going to say there, but anyway, yeah, basically I'm saying that, yes, it's going to be, the lap time is going to be slow, because intermediates on a dry track is slow compared to dry tires on a dry track, but that my co-commentator told me that the reason why a lot of those esports drivers, or fast drivers in general, tend to do their opening qualifying laps on intermediate tires, or, significantly weaker tires, is sort of a confidence builder. Where, basically, he's told me, that in the first lap, they set their first lap time on intermediates. It's slow. That's obvious. It's a given. But on their second lap, or their final lap in that particular qualifying session, when they go onto those soft tires, the amount of time that they gain is obviously going to be huge. And that, from what I was told, is a confidence booster, confidence builder, and sort of makes the lap time that you set on those soft tires feel better than what it is. So that is another reason why, and sort of a bigger reason why, you see a lot of drivers, particularly at esports level, high esports level, set their initial lap times on intermediate tires and only then go out on the quote-unquote best tires, the soft tires. Sort of a confidence booster. I've actually never tried this myself. And only up until now, I've never really truly understood why they do that. So yeah, now I understand. Is basically, you set your lap time, you set your first lap time on the intermediates, and then your second lap time, which is on the soft tires, the amount of time you gain is big, and that is what I was told, obviously, a confidence booster. It sort of makes that soft tire lap feel better than what it probably is. So the next time I will be competing in a league race, which will be this Saturday, by the way, I will definitely try and do that. I'll definitely try and go for a lap, my first lap on intermediate tires, and then I'll set my second lap time, or my final lap time, on soft tires. I'll see how my sort of confidence booster, my feeling, is built up. So, yeah, that's an interesting fact for you there, as we're watching Timmy on his second flying lap, and I can see his teammate Paul Driver. I believe his teammate Paul Driver is gonna give Timmy slipstream down this main straight. This straight is very long, and getting slipstream is very, very beneficial. Thomas Lang goes to the top of the 38.9, behind the 38, and Timmy goes not massively fast. He only goes a couple hundreds faster, but he is faster. He wiggles the air there quite fast pace, left to right. I'm not sure if it's to cool down or if it's a bit of a frustration. Maybe he made a few ifs somewhere. Maybe that was a bit of a frustration, should I say. Could have gone faster. But Timmy, you do have more time. In fact, how many times? Okay, 5 minutes 40 left in session, so he definitely has more time on the board to sell lap time. And okay, that is the house of Dominic in the barriers. He has done a Charles Leclerc. He's not there anymore. Karen White almost wanted to pay tribute to Dominic by doing the same thing. Dominic has done it. Dominic is stupid, to use Charles Leclerc's vocabulary from Baku 2019. And that means that Dominic, unless ExA really set his lap time and a half, so he'll surely be going faster on his soft tire run. So this means that Dominic will be starting in last place, as the second AlphaTauri seat has been in fact occupied. I think King Hofal, I think that man has taken that second AlphaTauri seat. As we can now see Karen White drifting it into the pit lane as he messed up his lap time somewhere. Let's see who's next to settle lap time. ExA Rolly is going to enter the pit lane after doing a couple laps on the hards. Done quite a few laps, done 3 laps on the hards. King of Fall is on a lap. His first lap will begin now. Let's watch what the AlphaTauri driver can do as he brakes for turn number 1. Looks like he's running the Daniel Ricciardo 2023 helmet. Yes, he is. Which is a nice looking helmet as he brushes the wall with his rear right wheel as he heads down this DRS zone between turns 2 and 3. Hard on the brakes for turn 3. That braking indicator went from 0 to 100 quite quickly there, and from 100 to 0 quite quickly. So I'm guessing this man is on a controller, judging by his braking input. Okay, that was a bit of a moment there for him. It's nothing dramatic now, nothing too serious. Yeah, looking at his throttle and braking inputs, particularly the braking input, I would guess that he is most likely on a controller, unless it's a very, very weird steering wheel brake throttle input. But I think he's most likely on a controller. But we'll leave that aside. No disrespect to controller players though, because controller players, I've seen fast controller players. In fact, there are actually controller players that are faster than me, and I'm on a wheel, which is a bit embarrassing, but also shows that you don't really necessarily need a wheel to be, you know, extremely competitive. You know, you can be fast on a controller, and I think this game, F123, and same go will go with F124, which will come out next month, has made playing this game on a controller far easier than in previous games. So control players have become more competitive. Now, obviously, the steering wheel is the better way. You know, it's generally faster, and also it's more realistic to IRL car driving. But you can be fast on a controller. It's doable. I've seen people being close to esports level. And pool drivers on a controller as well. Okay, so controller gang in this league, which is very nice to see. It's very nice to see that we do have some underdogs in the controller players. Fun fact, when I started playing the F1 games, when I first started getting into the F1 games and sort of league racing, towards the tail end of F1 2021, so a few months before F1 22 came out, during the final months, proper months of F1 2021, I started out on a controller. I was on a controller initially, and it was only in April of 2022 that I got a steering wheel for my 17th birthday, and ever since then, I've played these F1 games and other similar racing simulator games on a wheel. In fact, I haven't raced these F1 games or any sort of sim racing game on a controller for over 2 years. Now let that sink in. So if I try and drive with a controller now in an F1 race on F1 23 or any game, race simulator racing game, then I would probably have about a billion skill issues before even setting off, because I run pretty much no assist now. In fact, the only assist I run so far in this game is racing lines. So, yeah. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see that they are controlled players. It's nice to see that they are actually competitive. But right, let's get back into the action. And the action now is that we only have a handful of minutes left in qualifying. Just 15 seconds left in the session. I think there is an Alpine about to come across the line. That's Pool Driver about to start a lap in 5-4. I think he's going to make it. Is he going to make it? He's going to make it. Oh, okay. He just about made it. That was so close. He was like 1 second away from missing out. That is... Oh, he made it by a hair's breadth. That was mighty close. But anyway, the checkered flag has already fallen. Qualifying is officially over. King of Fall and Duplex didn't make it to the line in time. A shame for them. And the first to take the flag will be Ikiroba. He'll be the first driver to finish a lap as he comes across the line in the British Racing Green Aston Martin. He was P11. He stays P11. What are the guys behind? ExA Rolly. Is he going to pin? No, he's going to settle up, so he's going to go with third seat. Then the Alfa Romeos. Katana was 20th. He goes only up to P17. Jan can muster 6 fastest. Timmy sets a faster lap time, a 38.6. Can Thomas Light bet that? No, he backs off. He backs off. What about Theodore? Can Theodore do anything? No, he improves, but it's not enough for the front row. He stays in third. Could Surprise do anything? No, Surprise can't do anything. He's bended somewhere. Jordan's bended somewhere as well. Vigo and Morgan next to cross the line with Pablo just ahead of them. Pablo stays in 10th place. We can see that Vigo actually backs off as Ikiroba finishes in 12th. Paul drive for the controller. Stays P11, and then Jordan backs off of his lap time. So that is going to be the end. That's going to be the end of qualifying for Baku, and it'll be AERT Timmy who will start on pole position for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and this will be crucial for him in his battle for the Drivers' Championship. And speaking of the Drivers' Championship, let's quickly go through the top 10 of the Drivers' Championship as it stands after 6 rounds of the season. Then we are now starting the second half of the season. So these final 6 races are going to be crucial. So 10th place is Jack Jones in the AlphaTauri on 20 points. P9 is Ikiroba on 40 points. Then Alster P8 on 49. Then 50 points for Andreas Rosa. Then Nathan, then Hartog in the Alfa Romeo, 51 points, P6. Then Emilio Mikulev, P5 on 55. 58 for Harry Jensen in P4. Jordan Lake, third for Red Bull, 60 points. 66 for our pole sitter for today. AERT Timmy in second place on 66 points. And then 7 points ahead of him is Thomas Lang, the man who will start alongside the Alpine. He is on 73 points. That is the driver standings at the top 10. We'll go through the constructors in a bit, but the qualifying results. So ART Timmy takes pole position by big gap, 3/10 ahead of Thomas Lang. Ahead of them, behind them actually, we have Theodore, then we have Surprise, then Tiki, Jan, Jordan, Kawai, Vigo, and Pablo rounding at the top 10. Behind them, we have Pool Driver, Ikiroba, Chetas, Duplex, Rolly, Morgan, Katana, Fresh, and Dominic with King of Fall not able to set a lap time. So that is the starting order for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And now it is time for the main race itself. It is time for Baku. As another thing to go through quickly, the team standings, the constructor standings. So Alfa Romeo are current Constructor Championship leaders. They are leading on 151 points. Then Red Bull are second on 115. 99 for Mercedes in P3. Then AlphaTauri 92. Then Ferrari on 88. 79 for Aston P6. P7 on Williams on 73. P8 are Alpine on 50 points. Or in other words, better than what they are able to do in IRL so far. Haas on P9 on 43 points. And then McLaren on 10th and last on 19 points. That is the drivers and constructors standings as of right now after the first half of the season. Now it is time for the second half of the season. And the second half starts here in Baku, as we have cloudy conditions above the skies here in the capital city of Azerbaijan on the coast of the Black Sea or Caspian Sea. I forget which of the two. My geography knowledge isn't the best. But it is a coastal city, a big city, a very pretty city. I've never been there. Maybe I'll go there one day. But we got a race to focus on as the 5 lights are on for the X2 Azerbaijan Grand Prix. The lights go out. It is pedal to the metal. And we are underway in Baku. Timmy with a good start off the line and shoots into the lead into turn 1. The Williams and Theodore trying to take second place away from Thomas. But the Ferrari sticks firm into second place. The Alfa Romeo of Jan going down the inside. Oh, surprise, fighting back as King of Holland, Dominic are side by side at the back. We're going 3 wide between the 2 Red Bulls and the Alfa Romeo, heading down towards turn number 3. The AlphaTauri of Karen Wine trying to get involved. A tap on the rear for the Alfa Romeo. Contact between the Red Bull and the AlphaTauri. Karen Wine is sent into a half spin as we have more overtakes happening. Jordan trying to overtake Jan. Not successful though. Paul Jumper right behind him in P8. Jetta's overtaking Vigo for the final points paying position. No, not the final points paying position in EXA, because in EXA, the top 12 score points. We gotta remember that. Here, meanwhile, Karen White going down the inside on Duplex, nearly rear-ending Vigo there, as Jordan, side by side with Jan, ghosting Jan for a second. Jan is ghosted. Has he disconnected or not? No, he hasn't disconnected. He was just had a glitch somewhere and was ghosting through the Alpine. I'm guessing the Alpine was able to see the organs that Jan is made out of, or what secrets the Alfa Romeo are hiding, as they are the Constructors' Championship leaders, whilst Alpine are P8. Now, towards the front, ART Timmy already has a 1.3 second advantage over Thomas Lang. That is already massive. Timmy has done a Max Verstappen 2024 lap 1 by extending a gap to 1 second plus already by the end of the first lap. Meanwhile, Theodore overtakes Thomas Lang for second place. But will the Ferrari fight back? No. He stays in third place for the time being, but I think he will fight back quite soon as right on ball with the scarlet red Ferrari. As Theodore, I think Theodore touched the wall there. He might have. The Ferrari enables overtake for a little bit, so that he can at least keep up with the Williams. He's thinking of an inside move, but no, he doesn't risk it. He's staying behind. He's watching out, trying to keep his car in one piece and just, make sure he can at least finish the race. Because as they say, in the words of Michael Schumacher, it's finish first. First you have to finish. And those are some very correct words there, as Katana and Dominic are battling for not last honors. Timmy is the race leader still. Dixie getting quite close to Thomas Lang at the moment. The Red Bulls are P5 and 6. Jan in second. The Paul Jump and the Pablo. Jet is rounding at the top 10. Then we have Vigo and Caroline rounding at the points paying positions. Morgan and Duplex side by side. I think they're going to hit the wall. No, doesn't look like it. You can see the Mercedes of Duplex currently in an Aston Martin sandwich. Oh wait, hang on. What's happening with Duplex? Oh my god, Duplex is no front wing. Duplex is no front wing. So I'm guessing he and Morgan must have made contact somewhere after the castle chicane, and either the Mercedes was put into the wall or something or other happened, which has resulted in the Mercedes now currently with no front wing at all. Meanwhile, AERT Timmy sets the fast side of the race, and behind him, Thomas Lang re-overtakes Theodore for second place. Jan actually takes away the fastest side of the race from Timmy, as it is very cloudy above the skies. Azerbaijan Duplex is the first to pin, and no surprise that is him, because he needs to switch on to a new set of tires, but also change his front wing, as he is getting a front wing put on an existing front wing. So he's got 2 rear wings in one. So that will probably increase his durability, although that might have a handicap of the front of his nose wanting to pierced down into the ground. No such issues for Timmy at the moment, as he is 2.1 seconds, 1.9 ahead of Thomas Lang, who's in a bit of a heated battle between himself, Theodore, and ExA in a McLaren. The Red Bulls are not far behind. Jan is in their P7, Paul Drummer, then Pablo Jetters are in a battle for 9th place. Actually 8th place, because the Alpine of Paul Driver, Diver. Why did I say driver? It's Diver. Sorry. But they're in a battle for P8. McLaren got closer there to the Alpine during the braking phase. Williams having a bit of a look at the exit, but actually getting a better exit compared to McLaren. They're not going to go side by side through this section. That will be way too risky. But instead, both he and Pablo will use DRS. Where are they going to go? They are going to go either side of the Alpine. It is Schumacher, Hakkinen, Zonta vibes all over again. If you know, you know. And look at the House of Vigo trying to join this battle. Now it's a four-way battle for what is 8th place. McLaren versus Williams versus Haas versus Alpine. This is absolutely superb. Paul Driver trying to take back some of those positions that he lost. DRS enabled here once again. This is our second DRS zone of the second. Is the McLaren going to go for a move on Williams? No, but the Alpine goes late on the brakes, taps the Haas, almost sends Vigo into the wall, but instead Paul Driver hits the wall himself on the left-hand side. Doesn't seem to really damage his car much. Although, look at this. This battling has allowed Karen White to catch up. Karen White is now in this battle for PA. Now 5 teams, 5 drivers battling for what is P8. Absolute scenes here in Azerbaijan. Hopefully none of these guys do a stupid. Through the castle chicane we go. Are anything going to do stupid? No, nobody does stupid, as they should, because none of them are in a Ferrari. As we now go through the final bit of Sector 2 flattered here. Chaz saying that Theodore is apparently the same pace as Thomas, which is showing because Theodore is currently ahead of Thomas and actually pulled a gap. Thomas is now outside of the DRS range. Meanwhile, Rowley making overtakes. Nice. He overtakes King of Hall for 15th place. What's going to happen here, though? What's going to happen here? Chances in 8th, although look at Vigo. He's getting close to Pablo, but will Pablo overtake the Williams before the Haas overtakes McLaren? The Haas is going to absolutely send it to McLaren. Also goes late on the brakes to try and hang on to his position on the outside line. It's still going to be the outside for the McLaren. The Haas doesn't have the speed to dive it up the inside. At turn 2, have DRS and overtake available for turn number 3. The McLaren also has DRS. Is the Haas going to send it again? No, he's not going to send it. McLaren goes late on the brakes, trying to get on the Williams. He got very, very close to the wall. They might have tapped it. I'm not sure. Duplex has the fastest lap of the race. The Haas gains on McLaren in that corner right there. These two are driving fairly equally. And the guys behind Paul Jam and Karen White, they've lost a bit of time, but they're still trying to keep up. So there we go. What have you missed, Chaz? You haven't missed much, Chaz. We're on lap 5 at the moment. The only major thing you've missed is that Duplex and Morgan made contact with each other about 2 laps ago. And speaking of Morgan, he has crashed somewhere. Did he crash at the castle section? Did he do a stupid? Yes, he has. And that I am stupid moment has caused a safety car! Safety car deployed on lap number 5. You've joined at the right moment, Chaz. But what I was going to say is that the only thing you missed is that 2 laps ago, just after the castle chicane, Duplex and Morgan were going side by side. The Mercedes was pushed into the wall and his front wing came off and he had to go into the pit lane. That was the main thing he missed. Other than that, he just had some nice, clean, nice overtakes. He also had a banging 8th place battle between Jettas, Pablo, Vigo, Paul Jam, and Karen White. That's also the beginning you might have missed, or maybe you were here at the beginning. But yeah, that's really all you missed. nice overtaking side-by-side action, and also Jubler's getting sent into the wall and damaging his front wing. As soon as you see there's a safety car, and as soon as you realize that I am in the commentary booth, you gotta get ready. You gotta wait. In a league race commentating stream, if I am in the commentary booth and if a safety car is deployed, you know what's coming. You knew you had to get ready for it. You knew I was gonna pull it off either immediately or take a few seconds gap. But sooner or later, it was gonna happen. And it has happened. Lap number 6 of 26. And the safety car was deployed a lap earlier. As we are on lap 6 right now. There'll be 20 laps to go once this race is... Okay! Thomas Lang has left the session. The man has disconnected. That is an absolute disaster for one of the drivers who is in contention for the race victory. He started on the front row. He dropped out to third. He's pitted. Actually, let's have a look who actually pitted as telemetry. Pit stops. Okay, so Jordan is surprised have pitted. Jetters hasn't pitted as well, and same goes for ExA. So ExA, Jetters, and the 2 Red Bulls haven't pitted yet. Everybody else has pitted. Thomas Lang has disconnected, so he will need a invite. I believe there is another man in the lobby who is here just as a spectator, so whoever that is, invite Thomas Lang. He needs to get in here. He needs that juicy invite. As other things to note, position changes. Here we go. So now obviously these are affected by pit stops, but Jetters is getting 10, 2 up for supply, 6 up for Jordan. There we go. Those are the position changes. Stops, there we go. Okay, tire compounds. Before that, the penalties. 3-second time penalty for Thomas Lang. That's all for the penalties. And now, surprise for Red Bull. Enters the pit lane. What tires is he going to swap onto? He's going to go from hards to mediums. And he has put medium tires over his medium tires. So that will, in theory, increase the durability of those medium tires by 2. Although that might have the side effect of goofy handling and potentially extra weight, because you're adding extra rubber to the car, which means extra material on the car, extra bits on the car, meaning extra weight, which means the car will be slower. Knowledge for you right there. My God. Sorry, I just had to quickly check something. I think my audio is still okay, yeah? Yeah, my audio is still okay. I just checked on my side of the stream. Yeah, my audio is still okay. Is Thomas Lang back in the session? No, he's not. The man still needs to fight. I'm actually, whilst we're under the safety car, I'm gonna quickly check if I actually have the dude added. Because if I have the dude added, then I might actually invite him back. Oh, there we go. CPI Thomas Lang. There we go. Invite sent. Okay, Thomas Lang, I've sent you an invite, so join the game when you can. As we're about to get the safety car underway any moment now. And by any moment, I think around now. There we go. Safety car in this lap. I called it. I am a genius, a messiah. So maybe if I say that on lap 10 we're getting a red flag, we'll probably get a red flag on lap 10. It's not going to happen, obviously, because red flags are turned off. But we can only dream. Jordan will be leading us to green. He hasn't made a pit stop along with Jetters and ExA. They are the only drivers out on track who haven't made their pit stop under the safety car. Jordan gets his foot to the floor right now as we are about to get back underway racing. And remember, you are not allowed to overtake once you have crossed the start-finish line. Thomas Lang has now rejoined the session. And we are now back underway racing in Azerbaijan. The top 6 head into turn 1 very nicely as the Ghost of Ferrari of Thomas Lang is getting swallowed by the field already. But he will take control of his Scuderia Ferrari any moment quite soon. As the two AlphaTauris are quite close to each other. I think they're going to go side by side. Yes, they are. Almost. Canwine almost going side by side with his teammate King of Hall. The Aston in the background trying to join in the action as well. As I think Thomas Lang has taken control of his Ferrari. Yes, he has. He's back in control of his Ferrari. As he's being swallowed by cars. And that is him and the Red Bull surprise making contact with each other. Do any of them have damage? I do wonder. Do they have damage? Doesn't look like Thomas Lang has damage. Surprise maybe has a little bit of damage because he actually is the one hit the wall. Okay, rolling pool jump almost going side by side to the castle section. Are anything going to do stupid? No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, nobody does a stupid at the castle chicane, thankfully. ART, Timmy, and Jetta side by side. Hey, toward the interceptor too. How did none of them get into the wall? Wow, that was close to McLaren, almost doing a lunge stroll as he realizes that he does need to look what's in front of him. Thomas Lang has crashed out of the race. He hasn't crashed out of the race. He's actually parked it. He's retired on track. Meanwhile, we're going to watch Tixie overtake the Williams of Jettas as we get this very lovely helicopter shot. A very good top-down view of the action that is going on track. Meanwhile, Rowley is holding on to 7th place. He's holding off a sea of cars behind him. We have now 2 trains forming. We have a train comprising of the top 6 and then a train comprising of everybody that is behind Rowley. Timmy has retaken the race lead from Jordan. Remember, AART Timmy has made his pit stop. Jordan has not. Jettas and Rowley have also not made their pit stops. I mean, look at this. Rowley's just holding off the field. Look at this. Pull driver down the inside. I think he forced Rowley into the wall. I think Rowley might have touched the wall there. As now Rowley could get swallowed by others behind him. Pablo trying to go around the outside. Now down the inside. Is he going to do it? No, he's not able to do so. He's trying to make the advantage of his softer tires. Well, not softer tires, but fresher tires as Rowley goes wide there. They might tap the wall there. Pablo doesn't risk at the castle chicane. He knows that going too wide in that corner is not going to work out, as Pablo is going to surely get a better drive heading towards the start of Sector 3. Side by side, almost contact, very close to contact. Rowley is not going to risk it going around the outside because otherwise he would have understeered to the wall. He actually understeered a bit there, taps the wall there, taps the wall with his rear right tire. I don't think he's going to get the best exit here. Vigo will surely be able to slipstream and take 9th place away from Mr. Rowley. The Haas of Vigo is running a Ferrari helmet. He's about to overtake a Ferrari, so he might want a Ferrari seat. Let's see, as he is going to use slipstream. He doesn't even need TRS. He can just use slipstream to get past. And boom, P9 for Vigo. Next up on the menu cards for Rowley, turn wide on the hard tires. Both he and Rowley on the hard tires, although White has fresher tires. He has available open now for the AlphaTauri, but the same goes for the Ferrari. Will the AlphaTauri go down the inside? He has 5 lap pressure tires. On the inside he goes for turn number 3, and it is a successful move for him. And now Rowley is 1 step away from being outside the point as King of Fall and Jukebox are side by side. Jukebox being sent for the 2nd time into the wall, I think. I think they're going to go 3 wide, almost 3 wide. This is absolute chaos! Absolute chaos in Sector 2. Surprise round, Rowley round. The Mercedes and AlphaTauris involved in there as well. Yeah, the Mercedes and AlphaTauris are getting even more dicey with each other. As through the castle chicane, and they've done a stupid. There has been a stupid, and the safety car deployed. Safety car deployed for the 2nd time. The Mercedes of Duplex, for the second time this race, has been sent into the wall. And his front wing has gone. Poor old Duplex. His race is going from bad to worse. That was a whole sequence of events right there. Admin is saying that it's ridiculous that he can't regain control of his car, apparently. CPI Admin apparently can't regain control of his car. Oh, that's not bad for that's not really great for you. That's such a shame. That's such a shame. Tell Rowley that he, well, that's okay. Someone's saying that Rowley sucks. Well, he's 16th at the moment, so he's not that. Okay, he just picked up a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, so he's not having the best race, is he? Someone literally said in the Twitch chat that Rowley sucks. I read that out, and then a second later, Rowley picks up a not a drive-through penalty, but picks up a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Commentator's curse. Commentator's curse. I'm sorry, Rowley. I am sorry. Right. Now, the race at hand. A lot of drivers have made pit stops. And as of right now, it is an Alpine 1 and 2. Right. We're on lap 11 of 26. Our second safety car has been deployed. After pit stops, we have an Alpine 1 and 2, which is absolutely superb for them. And more importantly, showing that pool driver and ART Timmy, or the EXA version of Alpine, are better at F1 than the Alpine team in real life. I'm not exaggerating, by the way. That's the truth. Like, they're 1 and 2 at the moment, and Alpine, the Alpines haven't even scored a point IRL so far. Right. We're under the safety car. Lap 11 and 26 will be lap 12 soon. A lot of pit stops have happened, and currently we have an Alpine 1 and 2, which the Alpine team dreamt of doing, but can't seem to really do. I'm talking about the team IRL, not the EXA version of Alpine, because the EXA version of Alpine are doing superbly. But, right, enough of the Alpine banter. Let's actually focus on what's happening right now. So, Alpine 1 and 2. Timmy leads at a pool driver. Carol White has catapulted himself up into third. He has made his pit stop. He has made his mandatory pit stop, although he might want to pit a second time. Then, Theodore Ford, then Tixie, Dominic, Jordan, Jan, Jettas, Pablo, Vigo, and Fresh rounding up the points finishers. There we have King of Hall, Katana, Surprise Duplex, Iki Robo, and then Rowley. Did Rowley have to change his front wing? I think Rowley might have changed his front wing, because I did see the front big crew men doing animations that isn't, you know, for tire change only. Did Rowley had a skill issue under the safety car? Damaged his front wing? He might have done. There's a high chance he might have done. Right. Right, test. Moldy is still okay. Moldy is still okay. That is good. That is good. Rowley's doing last to first challenge. Well, let's see if he can do it. As Bill might want to do a last to first. Well, at least Ferrari won that, because the other man, Thomas Lang, has said adios to Baku, because he is out of the race, along with Morgan. As Timmy, pool driver, currently leading in Alpine 1 and 2. Rowley is trying to catch up to the safety car now. Will the safety car come in this lap? I think it will. No, it won't. So my prediction didn't work there this time, because last time I said safety car will come in. Oh, I know, there we go. I predicted it again for the second time in a row. On the lap that I say the safety car will come in this lap, moments later, the safety car in this lap notification pops up. I seem to predict very well when the safety car will be coming in. Safety car in this lap. Timmy will be leading us to green. The pole sitter is keeping it at a steady 160, 150, 140 kilometers an hour. The American audience will be probably shouting at me saying, "What the fuck is a kilometer?" It is the speed unit now the majority of the world uses. As ART Timmy will get his foot to the floor, we are back underway racing. There are yellows at the back already as Paul drivers almost being overtaken. Count one is being overtaken. We're going 3-1 already entering turn 2. Look at this first of action. Count one trying to hold on to third place. Meanwhile, Theodore and Dixie side by side. Fourth place. They are side by side with each other. Meanwhile, there's collisions at the back. I think Juplex has had an incident summoned for the third time this evening. The Williams goes late on the race, nearly into the back of the Alpha Type, but doesn't rear end it completely. That is good thing. Saying what's happening at the back. Juplex has had an incident somewhere. Meanwhile, whoa. That was a bit of a dive from Paul there, as he tried to take 14th place from Surprise. Ikiroba in there, rolling, trying to hold on there as well. And Theodore count wide again, side by side. I think that was the wings in the wall. Well, he's pushed into the wall by the AlphaTauri. At the back, meanwhile, Ikiroba has dispatched all the P15 right then and there. Yellows at the back, and Duplex's race has gone from bad to worse. It's even worse, as he is way down the order. That's the third time now this race that he has damaged his front wing. Poor old Duplex. Poor old him. Jetters and Dominic. Whoa, that was a bit dicey from them. Vigo trying to get involved in the action. Side by side is always risky for this section. And there we go. Those two prove my point that it's risky going side by side through that section, as Dominic and Jetters hit each other, trying to go side by side through that section. Both spun, and Vigo say, "Thank you very much. I'll take 9th place." And Vigo's now up to 9th place. Katana in 10th. Surprise and Jetters rounding at the points finishes. Dominic in the pit lane. I'm presuming he has front wing damage. Yes, he has front wing damage. Duplex also pits for front wing damage. Timmy already has a 3.5 second lead over Theodore, thanks to all the battles happening at the back. Timmy, I think, will be shouting at these guys saying, "Yes, continue battling." As Tixie will say, "Copy that," and he'll take 3rd place, albeit Timmy maybe not pleased with the fact that he's overtaking his teammate, Pool Driver, as Alpine are currently in a bit of an iffy situation right now in terms of the strike temperature, and they're currently in a good position for some good points. Good haul points. At least Timmy is in the running for good haul points. Although Pool Drive is currently 4th place, which is good for them. King of All has bended somewhere. Virtual safety car is out on track. Lap 14. King of All has crashed out of the race on lap number 14. And we have only now started the second half of the race, and we have had 1 virtual and 2 full safety cars. And Chaz in the Twitch chat say, putting in some big Formula 1 news that I actually have read, but for those who maybe don't know, that there are recent F1 rumors in IRL Formula 1, that there are rumors that apparently Adrian Newey wants to leave Red Bull, and that has been confirmed by Sky Sports, which is the most reliable source according to Adrian Newey. And I've opened Instagram, and what Chaz has said has popped up on my feed. Sky Sports saying that Adrian Newey has decided that he wants to leave Red Bull, which is going to be absolutely huge for the world of Formula 1. which is going to be a big L for Red Bull, mainly long term. I think Yui leaving Red Bull won't affect this year. I don't think it will really affect next year, but I think 2026 is where that will have the biggest effect, because whilst the engine regulations for 2026 are already confirmed, the aero chassis regs are not. So if Yui leaves now, with the aero regs for 2026 not confirmed yet, that's going to be a big L for Red Bull. Yeah, that's going to be a big L for them. And also, that's also if, yo, hang on, I'm going to pause the Yui stuff for a moment. As Surprise is off into the escape road at the castle section. He at least manages to keep his car on track and maybe not damage it as well. So, yeah, that's that. But back to the Agent Yui news. Yes, Agent Yui said he wants to leave Red Bull, but he hasn't said where to. From what I've read, the most likely destination that he will go to if Yui is indeed leaving Red Bull, then I think the biggest destination that he might go to, or at least the most talked about destination, is Ferrari. So we're going to pause the Yui news for a second as we're about to go. Are we going to go 3 wide here? Not quite, although Jordan is trying to battle Jan for 5th place. Side by side they go. Alfa on the outside, Red Bull on the inside, and it is the Red Bull holds the advantage. A bit of a tap there, as we're now going to go down to the US on here between 2 and 3 is having a bit of a cough. In my first taste until this. Pablo at the back overtaking Bull Driver. Bull Driver trying to hang on around the outside, not able to do so as he has far weaker tires. There's still side by side action here. There's a lot of stuff happening. But yeah, back to the new news. Yeah, Newey has said that he wants to leave Red Bull, which, like I said, is going to be a big L for Red Bull. But now the question lies, where's he going to go? And I think all teams will want to, want Agent Newey in their team because, the man is a literal magician. And I think the destination that a lot of people are pointing fingers at, Ferrari, following Lewis Hamilton, which would be amazing, and that would probably bring Ferrari back to winning ways. But let's see where he goes. This is gonna be one of the biggest talking points of the season. In fact, the Agent Newey news is probably the biggest talking point of the year so far since the Horner allegations. And 2 of the biggest talking points were A, not driver related, and B, not. Wait. Maybe. Actually, I take back the driver related thing because Hamilton moved to Ferrari. So that's that. As we're going to go 3 wide, heading down towards turn number 1. Are we going to go 4 wide here? Nearly 4 wide. As I think Jan making a sort of double overtake there. Wow, that is quite an overtake there. Yeller's at the back. Who has had an incident? Dominic has had a spin somewhere on the cold tires as we're on laps 17 and 26. 10 laps to go in this race. This is absolutely crazy. As, the new news, we'll leave that for another time, but, yeah, the Agent New news, massive, will have a big effect on Red Bull, and will have a big effect on whichever team Newey decides to join. I don't think he has the ability to make the team as champions. Well, he made Red Bull champions, he made Williams champions, he made McLaren champions. Don't count out Agent Newey. The man is a genius. You just need to, well, he won't make them world champions as soon as he joins. That I can agree on. But once he gets into the rhythm of Ferrari, he will do stuff. He will cook. Okay, well, you're talking about Pred. Okay, well, okay. Tixie overtakes Theo Anderson for second place. Okay, you're talking about Fred. Well, my opinion on Newey to Ferrari is sort of the same as Fred to Ferrari. It's not going to be immediate, but one day I think Fred will be able to do that. Fred Vasseur, he's not a Binotto. He's not that stupid. Fred, we need to give him time. We need to give him a bit of time. And I think 2026 is where it can truly happen. As Pablo has had a skill issue somewhere. He's made contact somewhere with Surprise. And he has front wing damage. We're on lap 18, 26. Yeah, I think Fred Vasseur could make Ferrari champions one day. I do believe that. But we'll leave that discussion for another time. But now the discussion is going to be about the racing here. And one of the discussions here is Iki Robo's battle with Jettas for 9th place. The Williams goes wide. I think he slightly brushes the wall, although Iki doesn't do much better through there. He has to slam the brakes to make sure he doesn't rear end the Williams and on the wall. As we go through second shift out the wheels, I think he had a small wiggle there, kicking off some dust there at the exit. Flat out through here. That's out there, close to the left-hand side wall. The brakes don't hit the wall. Iki Robo didn't have the don't part of that sentence. Now, wiggle there for him as we are about to start lap 19. There we go, we've started lap 19. 8 laps to go in this race. Will Iki Robo... I don't think Iki Robo won't be close up for an overtake. But Katana could maybe overtake Cowan. Cowan gaining on Yan, but Yan is getting on Jordan. Okay. Interesting. As Katana nearly went for a move on Cowan. That would have been quite a set, but he doesn't go for the big set. He doesn't do a torpedo. He's not that stupid. DR is open once again here, but no overtakes will be done. Pablo has retired in the pit lane, so that is our 5th retirement of the race confirmed, and that means a quarter of the field out of the race. 5 out of 20 out of the race, and that means Duplex is now up into 50th place, albeit he is in last place. 38 seconds behind the next closest car. And Timmy's actually not really close to lapping him, which shows how close the ExA X2 fields can be. Timmy leads 5.6 ahead of Tixie. Tixie and Theodore continue to battle, which is good for Timmy as he is able to extend that gap ahead. He will make that gap even longer and longer, which will be good for his race results and also will be good to please the missus. As Theodore is gaining, but not close enough to go for a move on Tixie. It's very close to Williams there. The Williams gets close to the McLaren, but doesn't overtake him. Jettas overtakes Vigo. But will Vigo overtake Jettas? He's going to try the outside, although we're going 3 wide. I've just noticed the Aston's in there. The Haas goes wide, almost into the wall there. And these two almost go into the wall themselves, as I only just noticed that the Aston Iki Robo was there. As he will have DRs available. Jordan overtakes Jan for 4th place. Meanwhile, will Iki Robo be able to overtake Jettas? No, he's not close enough to go for an overtake there. Yeah, in 5th place. The Alpha Males, I don't think too bad, although their championship lead could be at risk. As AERT Timmy is currently leading it away ahead of the whole field. This is going very, very well. A further Alpine driver, as the Alpines are needing a good result here. As in terms of the driver standings, Timmy's already won a race. He won a race and took 2 consecutive P2 finishes. But in terms of the team standings, Alpine are actually only 50th because Timmy took his results in a different team. And I do want to remind which team did AERT Timmy drove for earlier in the season, because AERT Timmy has won a race and took 2P2s, which is more points than 50 points, which is what Alpi has at the moment. But yeah, I just want some clarification. Which team did Timmy previously drove for? Exclamation mark Discord. Well, the Discord. Well, it's in the pinned. It's in Zitig is actually pinned in the stream chat where the link is. Formula Jake, if you look in the stream chat, you should be able to see something pinned by Zitig. Okay, there we go. There's the link. There we go. Thank you, Yoska. Thank you for posting the link in there. And so that is very helpful for them. ART team has again extended this gap, 5.8 there. The battles have slowly started to calm down a bit. We're getting into a lower point of the race where there's a bit less racing action. Pull driver fresh, duplex and soft tires. They are going to go for that juicy fastest lap of the race, which will net one of them an extra point for fastest lap. You do get a point for extra point for fast lap of the race, so keep that in mind, and also keep in mind that you can get that fast lap of the race no matter in which position you finish. As ART team will start now, lap 22 or 26. 5 laps to go in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Theodore is in second place, but Tixie has DRS. He is gaining and gaining and gaining and gaining and not close enough to overtake. That would have been too much of a send if he actually set it from that far back. Jan will not be close enough to go for an overtake as well. Will Katana be close enough to go for an overtake? He's actually gaining quite a lot on the other side. Will he go for a send? No, he's not close enough to go for a send. What about the back here, though? ExA Rolly will go for an overtake on Vigo. Vigo trying to hang on around the outside. Doesn't do so. Almost looked like Vigo was going to go for a switcheroo, but no, doesn't go for it. Vigo will have DRS available. There he has a bit of a skill issue there. Cuts the ball there. The ExA, he tries to get control. He has DRS. He's gaining and gaining. Is he going to go for that overtake? No, he's not close enough to go for an overtake. Rolly will hold on to P10 for the time being. Timmy gets oh so close to the wall there. Theodore still in second place. Tixie still in third. Jordan in fourth. Out of Jan, out of Karen, Wine, out of Katana, Jettas, Ikiroba, Rowley rounding at the top 10, and behind them, Vigo, surprise, round out the points finishes. Then we have Pull Driver Fresh and Duplex in the battle of who will set the fastest over the race. Six seconds between P1 and P2. 4 laps to go when ART team crosses the line. The battle between Theodore and Tixie is raging on still, as is the one between Jordan and Jan, sorta kinda. Karen and Katana also in a battle. Same goes for Jettis and Nikki Robo, and a 3-way battle between Rolly, Vigo, and Surprise for P10. P10, 11, 12 being the final 3 positions that offer points. Through this fast section we go. You don't want to be going side by side through there, as that is way too risky. Vigo will have DRS available to him. He pulls to the left, and that will be an easy peasy lemon squeezy move for the hat as he moves up into P10. And now Surprise is gaining on these guys, and he'll maybe want to overtake one of these guys. Or better, he would maybe want to overtake both. Maybe he wanted to a little cheeky through goes Hamilton at some point this race. And actually, Rolly on the inside. Rolly, is he gonna take 10th place? Yes, for the time being, yes. Ikiroba has a penalty. Rolly does have a penalty. He doesn't have an in-game time penalty, although Twitch chat is saying that apparently he does have a penalty, although he doesn't have a time penalty in game. It is the man in 9th place, Ikiroba, that has a penalty. Vigo getting very close to ExA Rolly, and with this, Surprise has now joined this battle. So it is a true 3-car battle for the 10th place. Duplex picks up a no, Duplex isn't picking up a time penalty. He picks up a time penalty for speed. He retires from the race, so that is now 6 retirements in this race, meaning Mercedes will only have one car finishing the race, and that will be Fresh. He'll be finishing the race, and he'll try to take the fastest of the race, potentially. As we're going to look at the front, 3 laps to go, and Tixie takes second place from Duplex. No, Tixie takes second place from Theodore. Sorry, Duplex just retired for the race. Meanwhile, back here, ExA rolling take place, although for how much longer, as Vigo overtakes that Ferrari. But what about surprise? He is not close enough. He's not using his DRS though. Surprise is being patient. He's being patient and only overtaking when he needs it, which is a good strategy. Patience is rewarding a lot of times, and in this case it could be rewarding as Rolly will have DRS available, but he's not close enough to go for a move on go for an overtake on Vigo here. Up ahead meanwhile, Timmy leads 7.8 seconds from Tixie. He has been the man in Azerbaijan so far, and he just needs to hold on for 2 more laps to take the win, and with it the championship lead, as his main rival Thomas Lang is out of the race. In terms of the standings, remember Thomas Lang leads on 73 points. Timmy was just 7 points behind the Ferrari driver heading into this race, and behind them, way behind them, Surprise gets past ExA Rolly, and now ExA Rolly at the moment is scoring only 1 point, as we have now 2 laps remaining in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. We go through this fast S section at the end of the lap. What will Rolly do here? He is gaining massively, and he uses his DRS advantage and will take that place away from Surprise. And now Rolly's back into P11 lead and P10, Surprise P12. Timmy still leads nearly 9 seconds. I think he'll be 9 seconds ahead now around this point. Yeah, there we go. 9 seconds now ahead he is. Timmy has been the man in Azerbaijan. If he can hold on for another lap and a half, he will take the win and the championship lead with it, as Fresh picks up a 5-second time penalty for speeding into pit lane and retires from the race. Both Mercedes have retired from the race. I think we can start to hear the bangs of the table in our heads. It is a Mercedes double D in there. Fresh is retired from the race. Duplex retired a bit earlier. Toto Wolff, or whoever the Mercedes team principal is, will be banging the table hard. Pause. TV will start the final lap in just a few moments' time. Behind Timmy, there will be some battles that will be won and lost. Tixie holding on to the second position at the moment. We have started the final lap of the race. Timmy is over 10 seconds ahead. As, okay, what's happened there? I don't know what's happened there. Tixie, I think, broke a lot earlier than you normally would. I think... Are Tixie and Theodore playing with a DRS chicken here? They might be. Theodore gets the DRS advantage, although I think Tixie is playing a bit of mind here as he tries to stay ahead of the Williams driver. Meanwhile, Surprise overtakes Vigo. Doesn't get the best exit there, though Vigo's not much better. Rolly losing a bit of time to these guys. As we go through turn number 2 here, Rolly has DRS, Vigo has DRS, Surprise does not. Who will be ahead of who by the end of it? Let's see. The Haas not close enough to go for an overtake, as we just have 13 drivers remaining in this race. So, effectively, all but one of the drivers who finished the race will score points. But it's the question of who is going to score how many. Well, it's clear how many points one of the drivers is going to score, as Timmy is now about to round the final corner where you actually need to apply braking. Surprisingly, trying to hold on to 10th place. Tixie trying to hold on to 2nd place. But up the front, Timmy has been the man in Baku. He uses his final available battery juice. He will come across the line. He will take almost maximum points. ART Timmy wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix and will take the championship lead with it. Behind him, Tixie will just about hold on to 2nd place by just over a tenth of a second ahead of Theodore, who will finish on the podium. Jordan will take 4th place, Jan will take 5th, ahead of Caroline, ahead of Katana, then Jettas, or will be Iki Robo? Let's watch this battle unfold. Will the Williams hold on? But the Aston almost gets him. What was the gap? Actually, no, it was... oh, wait, no. Iki Robo had a penalty. Iki Robo had a penalty. I almost forgot. that. A surprise holds on to 10th place. I almost forgot that Iki Robo had a penalty. My God, but that was still a close finish right there. Either way. Tana gets the driver of the day votes, but my driver of the day, I'll say it in a bit. Let's go to the results immediately. So, ART Timmy picking up almost maximum points as he wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix ahead of Tixie, who takes the fastest up at the race awards, and then Theodore misses out on the podium by just over a tenth. Behind them, we have Jordan, then Jan, then Caroline, then Katana, then Jettas, then Ikirobo, surprise rounding at the top 10, then Vigo and Rowley rounding at the points finishers. Behind them, we have Pool Driver, who is the last of the finishers. Behind them, our DNFs are Fresh, Duplex, Pablo, Dominic, King of Four, Thomas Lang, and then Morgan was off as DNF. And with this results, ART Timmy will not only go home with a nice 25 points, but he will take the championship lead with it, as the man who was in the championship lead heading into this race, Mr. Thomas Lang, DNF'd. So that is a big result for Timmy, as he and Alpine score nice points in their pursuit of going up the order. As that is going to be it for X2 this week, and that is going to be it for racing this week, I believe. No, that is not it for racing this week, as we still got X5 on Sunday for their seventh round of the season here in Azerbaijan, as the next time we'll be seeing X2 will be once again on a Thursday, and then we'll be racing for the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. And that race, the X2 race at Silverstone next Thursday, will be a sprint round, our second and final sprint round of the season. So that'll be one to watch out for. But until then, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Have a good night, everybody. We will see you next week for Silverstone. Good night.